Good morning and welcome back to News Center. Now, nearly 1 year after Black Panther premiered in Kisumu, the county's Department of Tourism has launched a drive to harness talents it has in arts within the county. In what is dubbed I Am Kisumu, the home county to Hollywood actress Lupita Nyong'o will be seeking to get fresh talents within its borders in a bid to help uplift tourism in Kisumu County. Our reporter Kevin Ogutu is live for us with the Kisumu County Tourism CEC for more on the same. Kevin, if you can hear me, good morning.
Michelle.
Go ahead.
Very good morning, Michelle. How are you doing?
Very well today.
Are we live already?
All right, we do apologize for that. We'll be getting back to Kevin Ogutu later on. But a quick reminder of our Twitter poll question this morning. We're asking you, what should members of Parliament tackle as a matter of priority as they resume House business today? Should members of Parliament tackle as a matter of priority as they resume House business today? Do give us your thoughts and comments. The hashtag is KTN News Center. We already have Douglas Sogenga here saying it is better for them to prioritize the 2/3 gender rule. Daniel says the poor roads that we have, for example, where I come from, the roads are in poor conditions and very dusty. Do talk to us. Your thoughts and comments will be sampled in the course of this live broadcast. All right, let's take you back to Kisumu County now. Our reporter Kevin Ogutu will be speaking to the Kisumu County Tourism CEC on harnessing talents in arts within Kisumu County. Kevin, good morning.
A very good morning, Michelle. As you put it, it's exactly 1 year since we had the Black Panther premiere in Kisumu. It was quite an event that brought every other person that you can talk about, from local artists to international artists, to have that premiere where of course, none other than Hollywood actress Lupita Nyong'o is featuring. And therefore, just a year on, we have now the Kisumu County Government Department of Tourism embarking on I Am Kisumu, trying to harness the talent that it has within its borders. And we are talking about having these various residents of Kisumu from all the 7 sub-counties showing up at different times. The first one being in Nyong'o on the 23rd of February, whereby those with talents will be coming to showcase them. And after that, of course, we'll get the details on who these particular winners, where they'll be taken, those who will emerge best in the various categories. And I'm fortunate enough, Michelle, to be with none other than Achi Alai, who is the CEC Tourism in Kisumu County. So she will shed more light on the details about this particular I Am Kisumu talent search and what now becomes of those who successfully emerge from that. Welcome to KTN News Center, Waziri. We are talking about I Am Kisumu. What are the details about this? Probably the idea behind coming up with this particular I Am Kisumu.
Sure. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for having me. The whole idea is captured in the governor's manifesto. Governor Professor Nyong'o has been very clear since he took office that he would like the department to identify, nurture and grow local talent. Now, this region is awash with all manner of artists of different genres, whether they be comedians, artists, singers, dancers, fashion, anybody in the creative space. Many that are in different parts of Kenya and the world are from this region, but they haven't had a leadership that has shaped them and given them a direction. So we embarked, once we did the screen premiere of the Black Panther, on a mission to identify this talent. But before I get to this, we've done a lot of things since February last year. We were fortunate enough to host the Riverwood Awards, which we did with the Kenya Film Classification Board and the Ministry of Information. The whole idea, again, is to show this region up as a talent hub. So that event, that was the first time it was showcased outside of Nairobi, was again another opportunity to get people in the film industry to come out and be known in the industry. In fact, a film Cerudo from this region was the winning, got the winning prize. So we've done a lot, again, even in the area of the cultural space. Again, for me, that is all about nurturing talent. We hosted in September for 4 days the cultural extravaganza with the Kenya National Commission for UNESCO. Now there again, what did we have? We had artists from all over Kenya, all different cultural groups come and perform. And out of those, the winners were sent to Paris. And I was fortunate enough to accompany the team from Kisumu, and again, showcasing what is the talent that comes out of this region. So let me take you to why we're doing the AM KISUMU talent search. The whole idea, as I said, is to identify, nurture, and develop. So we're going out into the 7 sub-counties that make up Kisumu County. And from there, we are working with 15-year-olds to 35-year-olds, looking for the youth. We have our legends like Ayub Ogada, who has recently passed. And we recognize that we must encourage more talent to come through. As legends like Ayub pass on, we cannot allow, and we will not allow, all their magnificence in terms of the creative space to go. So we want to find raw talent. We've got young artists who play the nyatiti, for example, but they've not been showcased. So what we're doing is having it's kind of like an America's Got Talent, a Britain's Got Talent, something like that. We're not calling it Kisumu's Got Talent because we don't have those rights, but we're calling it the AM KISUMU Talent Search. So we will start on the 23rd. We'll be in Nyando. We're working with the sub-county administrators right down at the village level. Why? Because it can't be top-down. They know the regions that they look after. They know the talent. The locals can then approach them and go to the ward offices, which is where all the registration is being done. You go to your ward office, you fill in the form, the category you want, and then you will show up on that day. We start on the 23rd in Nyando. On the 16th of March, we'll be in Muhoroni, and there's a whole itinerary. We will be in Nyakach, Kisumu West, Kisumu East, Seme, Kisumu Central, and then the grand finale will be in.
This will amount to quite a large number turning out, and probably the details on how you intend to manage this, because I'm trying to imagine from the village level, we expect really a lot of guys coming out to participate, to really try their hand at this.
Right. No, we've got a good program organized together with the sub-county administrators and the MCAs of the area. They know the people. So they know when they go to register, there'll be a vetting right there. Do you qualify? Are you the right age? Do you have your parents' endorsement if you're under 18? And if you're over 18, what is it you really have? Now, on the day itself, we'll start at 8 a.m. And that will be a whole vetting process going on. Are you the right age? Can you sing? Can you act? Can you dance? So there is a team set up to vet. And we're calling it a pre-screening. So they're screened, they're shortlisted, and then you move on to the next level. Then the really good ones then are the ones who will perform on stage in that county. And again, there will be a screening because we'll be vetting the numbers down. So we have 10 categories. We have judges for each of those categories. We are also appealing to anybody in those spaces of dance, of contemporary music, of innovation. That's another category we're going into. Of freestyle. We're calling freestyle anybody who does nyatiti or any of that. We've got different categories. Again, all this information is available at the ward level. And also here at the county, you can call a number 0720 960 237 and talk to Belinda. Belinda will equally give you enough information. So in terms of how are we funneling down and coming down to the right number, that will be done on ground. We have a logistics team working on that. And we're not expecting any concerns because, again, we're working with the locals. We're working with the local sub-county administrators. The MCAs will be there. The executive of the government will also be there. So that will be fine. Now, what happens is, as we move to the finals, which is just before schools open in May, which will be April the 27th, then we have this big event in the city, here in Kisumu. We have partners like the hotel, the Grand Swiss, as a core partner. We have Safari Link partnering with us, for example. We're speaking to Kenya Breweries, we're speaking to Safaricom, and all of them are interested. But then, you do these events and then what? That's always the question.
Yeah, so, because I wanted to ask you, like, what will happen now after those who emerge successfully? Yeah. We've got the talent and all that. Yeah. What do you do with them? Maybe before we finalize.
Yeah, sure. And that is the big thing. We want to do this as an annual event in the Kisumu calendar. we want to make sure we have a bank of artists. So you then have your winners on the 27th of April. We've partnered with an organization, an academy called Akata, local here in Kisumu. We've got Director Chunga, who's known as a spoken word expert, for example, as part of that team. Now, they are offering scholarships to the winners. Some will be partial scholarships, some will be full scholarships. And they will go through a 3-month training, how to speak, how to commercialize your craft if you are over 18, all of those little steps, how to do a presentation, how to write up your piece, how to register your organization if you have an organization. I had an opportunity a couple of years back to work with Blaze, Safaricom, and that was the same challenge I noticed. And I helped shape the curriculum that they use for their boot camp. And it is that this is not just a hobby. Some people it is a hobby, but for most people they want this to be a business. The president talks about, in his Big Four, he talks about job creation. We're no longer looking for employment to be purely office-based. We're looking for the artists to come through. We're looking for sportsmen to come through. But how do they commercialize their craft? So we're taking that, and together with this organization called Akata, we will be ensuring that there is a curriculum. We've spoken to them, we've shaped what we want to do, and they're in agreement. After that 3 months, we've got these artists, the ones who are really serious will stay on. They will have learnt a few things. Next year, some of those winners become part of the next team.
Because of time, we'll have to stop there, Waziri, but thank you very much for that detailed explanation on what really AM Kisumu entails. And Michelle, right from the horse's mouth, she's quite at the center of this, and we are being made to understand that those who will emerge successfully, the winners, those really talented in the various categories, will be connected to the Akata, the organization that she's mentioned, for the training and, of course, to ensure that they can now commercialize their craft. And that's the match that we have, of course, on the 23rd, we'll have the very first pre-screening at the Nyong'o sub-county level, and, of course, we'll pick it up there. And we are, of course, waiting. Everyone is waiting with bated breath to see what kind of talent AM Kisumu will produce. Back to you in studio, Michelle.
Many thanks.